Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Donald Trump, your president, on Monday made an outrageous claim. This dude said he can look at people and tell if they're trouble. Well, he was specifically talking about immigrants. I want you to check this article out, fam, because this guy is not well. Donald Trump, your president, on Monday made an outrageous claim about how to spot immigrants likely to cause trouble once inside the United States. And it's all about how they look. During his comments in the Rose Garden, Trump attacked President Joe Biden for the migrants who entered the country during his administration. They came in through an open border, Trump said. They came in through prisons, institutions, mental institutions, drug dealers. You have no idea the drug dealers that came in under Biden. Open border, nobody checked. They just walked in. I got to stop right there, fam. He talks about how drug dealers came in under Biden, but he pardoned one of the biggest drug dealers in the entire world. Trump don't give a damn about no drugs and drug dealers and all that stuff. Trump just knows that he can do what he wants to do to drug dealers because drug dealers are considered to be the gum on the bottom of the shoe, and nobody really cares about drug dealers because, oftentimes drug dealers are dangerous and they kill people. So if they get killed, nobody says anything about it. Like society is not going to be in an uproar if something happens to a drug dealer. That's why when he was blowing those boats up that he claimed that came from Venezuela that had drugs on them, nobody was really saying anything about it. At least there was not any type of international outcry. A few people said something about it, but American people didn't lose any sleep behind it. Then he claimed there's a way to sort good from bad based on looks alone. And you could look at some of them, you could say, this is trouble, he said, and they'd walk into our country. Since returning to office last year, Trump has stepped up deportations and restricted the number of immigrants allowed into the country. Mother Jones reported last month that for the previous 6 months, the Trump administration has only accepted white migrants, and most of them are white South Africans. He's only accepting white migrants. Has no problem with that. Everybody else, they're coming here, starting trouble, making trouble. Given that track record, critics said Trump's claim about how to spot trouble comes down to one factor: skin color. You better believe it. It comes down to one thing: skin color. Anybody that don't think Trump is a racist is out of their damn mind. You gotta be short bus window licking slow to believe that dude right there is not a racist. He is preoccupied with racism almost as much as he is with Barack Obama. It's something about Barack Obama that turns Donald Trump on. And I'm saying it turns him on because at this point, what else could it be? You got people out there that saying that, he's 100% right, because I can look at Trump and tell that he's trouble. I mean, I can look at Cash Patel, tell he's trouble. Bundy, Noam, Melania, Pete Hegseth. Yeah, this is what people are saying. This ain't what I'm saying now, because, I'm officially a U.S. patriot. I'm a patriot. Love my country. Would never say anything bad about none of those guys. These are my representatives. In Congress, and I have to respect them and honor them. Sorry to inform you, Donnie, but man, there were no open borders. There were no open borders. And the worst thing is that Donald Trump knows that there was no open borders. He knows that. But, What we did have was a surge of asylum seekers. That's what we had. We had a surge of asylum seekers, and the law states that anyone appearing at a port of entry seeking asylum will be allowed into the country to begin asylum proceedings in court. So Biden tried to get the law changed to stop a few things, right? He tried to get the law changed. Well, specifically, he tried to get the law changed to stop this by making it a law where the asylum seekers would have to go into the U.S. consulate in their own country to apply for asylum. So that was met with the Republicans who stopped the bill from going anywhere. And then Trump started doing the whole dog and pony show. You know how they do. You know how they do. Democrats didn't offer a whole lot of resistance. Again, the messaging. But when you start talking about troublemakers and you start talking about traitors, you know, like when you incite an insurrection and kill 5 police officers, or at least the insurrection you cited killed 5 police officers who ended up dead, murdered because of it. They died directly because of your actions, and then you turn around and you pardon the people who was accused of that. What say you, fam? What say you? They love police officers so much that they pardon the people who were accused of killing the police officers. The police officers, they should feel dumb, but they don't. And I suspect that some of them know that they're pawns. They know that they're being used. They know Trump don't give a damn about them, and Republicans and nobody can really care about that. They know that. But I think that they've resigned to saying to themselves, well, man, at least I get to, kill somebody every now and then, and I can steal, and I can plant some drugs, and, I can plant some other evidence. I can lie, I can ruin people's lives. And so, if he played me a little bit, that's cool, because I'm going to play the system the rest of the way. Shoe fit wear. I got to point out, there are some good cops out there. And let me tell you something too, fam. I only point out that there's good cops out there because I personally know good cops. That's the reason why I separate it. I make the distinction because I don't make the distinction because I'm afraid or some kind of blowback or something. Don't none of that pump no fear in my heart. None of it. But I say it because it's true. I know good dudes who are police officers. Good dudes, solid dudes. Dudes who have given people chances where they could have buried them. They could have put them away forever. And they gave guys breaks, just on the strength. Like, man, look, I'm not going to take you in, but get from around here with that, Don't let me catch you doing that again around here. Then after that, you got your warning. That's on you. But some of these guys, they ain't giving you no warning. They ain't finna give you no warning. They don't give you no second chance. They finna destroy you. The moment you get out of line, the moment you play that game, the moment you sell that package, they are going to destroy you. They don't care nothing about your family, your future. They don't care nothing about you. You just had a brand new baby girl and you turned your life around and you gave your life to Christ. None of that. They don't care about none of that stuff. None of that. They will destroy you. So that's why I have to make the distinction, because like I said, I know some good dudes out there. I know some good cops out there. So I ain't gonna never say, it's, to me, it would be akin to people who say rappers, they love to make these blanket statements about rappers. They love doing that. They do it all the time. but real rappers and rappers this and rappers that. And I'm like, well, there are some rappers who are a delight. You know what I'm saying? There are some rappers out there who are really, really good people, solid people, really intelligent people, very smart businessmen, good family man, great employers, right? So I know that. And I think some of them know that too, but they're too lazy to just make that go the extra step to draw the distinction, or perhaps they're too arrogant about it or whatever, just don't give a damn or whatever. But I think it's important to use words correctly and make sure that you afford your words the proper context. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.